Hey everyone, you're listening to the Fire Journal, a journal style podcast where I document my journey into and beyond the fire service. Cutting it right to the chase. Just got back home from orientation at North Collier Fire Academy. I am so pumped. All right, quick recap of last week. Last week, we talked about my testimony. I shared a little bit about who I am, where God found me, who he's made me to be, and who I hope to become in the future. A little bit about family life. You guys got to hear all the details, all the fun stuff. You know what I mean? There have been a few new additions to the setup. As you can tell, we got a Blue Yeti mic. Looks to be working perfectly so far. We'll see how it goes. God help us. Got a boom arm to put this bad boy on. So that was pretty cool. Had to do a little bit of convincing with the wife, you know what I'm saying? Got the stand-up desk. So pretty sick addition right there. And the iMac. So the iMac crashed on us last week. I had to get an external SSD to be able to boot the Mac off of the external SSD. So that SSD is going to live there perpetually, right? So it's just going to stay there in the back. Had to nerd out, had to do some research. Thanks to all my friends, all my guys, and some ChatGPT up in there to help me kind of figure that out. All right, so moving on. Just got back home from orientation, went and carpooled. The ride wasn't too bad. Took I-75, wasn't that bad, all the way from Cape Coral. So if you're one of the guys or girls out there listening to this and you got a long drive to your academy, suck it up, buttercup. All right, went and carpooled. Hey, that's a good idea. You could carpool. So we carpooled. Good friend. We met playing basketball at a court nearby, and he asked if we could carpool. One of those God things. He was like, "Hey, I'm doing firefighting too," and I said, "No way! I can't believe it." And he goes, "Yeah, man, I'm doing firefighting, and it's at North Collier." And I said, "Wow, this is amazing." So he says, "Yeah, let's carpool." So we ended up carpooling today for the orientation. So the orientation was held at one of North Collier stations, and the deputy chief of North Collier Fire and Rescue, he held the orientation. So we've signed into our college classes. We've paid, we've registered, some of us, and we get this orientation PowerPoint. So he basically reviewed the PowerPoint, but he let us ask questions, and he kind of set us up for what it would be like starting day one of the academy and what we could learn to expect. So if you're ready, let's dive right in, because I'm ready. I'm kind of pumped, man, if you can't tell. All right. So he's been in charge of the program for 17 years. The deputy chief, he takes his job really, really seriously. It's all paramilitary. So if you're not used to paramilitary style, when you go to a fire academy, I don't have any paramilitary experience. I mean, I went to jail. That's about the best thing I got, but it's going to be, very strict, very straight to the point, very thorough. A lot of it having to do with your integrity and your character. So if you have any leadership qualities, now's the time to bring them out. If you have any servant leadership qualities and you love to serve people, you're going to probably do a lot of that. Okay. Have some patience. All right. There's a lot that has to do with commands and conduct, listening, expectations of communication, how you're going to communicate. Sir, yes, sir. Ma'am, no, ma'am. That kind of style of training. So class 2 nights a week, 5 to 10 p.m. And then we got a Saturday all day, a long haul of a grind. It's 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah, so very long day on Saturday. No facial hair whatsoever for the guys and girls, and for us guys, we got to have really clean hair. So they don't want any long hair, right? It can't touch the collar of the shirt that they give us, the uniform. So I'm going to have to trim this bad boy up. My wife's not going to like it, but hey, we got to do what we got to do sometimes to get ahead. All right. So yeah, he had us calling him sir, yes, sir, right off the bat. If you had a question, just like it's going to be during the whole 6 months that we're there, you stand up in class, you wait until you're addressed, then you stand up and ask your question, and then you sit back down. There will be some calling of gangway. If you have prior military experience, you already know what I'm about to say. If somebody comes in, you yell gangway. If you're the first one to see them, you stand up with your back against the wall, unless you're told to proceed, and then you keep going as is. So you let everybody else know behind you that, hey, there's somebody coming, make way, gangway. As well as standing to attention. That's going to be something new for me too. I haven't had the privilege of being yelled at and commanded the way that they are in the military, so I'm sure this will be a bit of a culture shock to me. I'm sure I'll have some problems with the way that they talk to me, but gotta have some thick skin to make it through this game. He was really upfront with us. He said, hey guys, if you can't do 30 push-ups tonight when you go home, then just save it. Don't come back. Just save it for the next 6 months. Train harder and then come back. Yeah, they really emphasize a lot of physical fitness when it comes to these kinds of things. But I think they should. It's a physical job. Got to carry people, carry ladders, whatever, animals, whatever it is. You got to carry things. And you got to be able to be strong and fit and mentally sharp and just as strong and fit mentally as well. So I get it. I get the expectations. All right. So there are demerits as well. So when it comes to, attendance or profanity, they don't play around with attendance. They certainly don't play around with profanity. No slurs, no discrimination, none of that. So really good that he got all of that out of the way. Standard PowerPoint stuff. Standard, hey, this is who we are. Pretty sure it's universal, common in the United States of America. So, all right, moving on. Uniform, already covered that. First day of class. PT uniform. Yeah. So, as soon as we get there, we have PT. So, I'm pretty sure PT is like an hour and a half to 2 hours. We're going to be doing a lot of running. He said, make sure you bring your running shoes. So, I got my Asics my wife bought me for my birthday. After that, we got like the classroom fit. There is a shower, but he said you're probably not going to get to shower. There's too many of y'all. So there's a classroom fit and a PT uniform. Shout out to my guy, LT Simo. He got me the hookup and got me some free bunker gear. So I'm scheduled to get myself fitted for some of that. And bunker gear is really expensive, so I really appreciate you helping me out there, LT. The bunker gear, I got the price right here. It's like $625 for bunker gear. Now, that includes, I think, everything from the pants, the jackets, the boots, the belts, the little buttons they got on everything. Is $625. So, saving me almost $1,000. So, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. So as far as what's next, okay? What's next is continue to train, continue to run, and continue to lift in preparation for the PAT, the physical assessment training, something like that. Physical ability test. Physical ability test. My Lord. All right, so we have that coming up. That is it's different in every state, I've noticed, and it's different, varies by, the CPAT is different than the PPAT, and the PAT is different than the, you get the gist. So ours is, we have a weighted vest on, helmet, and gloves. Okay, there is a hose pack at the beginning of the tower, at the foot of the door, and time starts when we pick it up. So we hoist it on our right shoulder, climb 5 flights up, ring a bell, climb back down 1 flight. After that, we toss the hose pack down on the ground, and we pull the hose pack down from the first story in through the window using the overhand rope grab technique. So we're pulling this thing up 4 flights of stairs. All right. After that is done, we grab our hose pack, put it on our left shoulder, come back down. So this is all time, by the way. You got 8 minutes to complete all these things that I'm about to say. So then you come back down, throw the hose pack off. You're done with the first 2 evolutions. After that, you have the Kaiser sled machine. So you have a sledgehammer. I'm not sure if it's weighted or not. I'm pretty sure it is, probably like 4, 5 to 9 pounds, somewhere around there. And then you have a sled. So that you are standing on 2 metal railings, and in the middle, right below it, is the big sled. So this cylindrical, rectangular shaped sled, you have to push back, and it is solid. I'm not sure what it is, but it's solid. Whatever it is, aluminum, steel, whatever, it's solid. So you have to hit it back with the sledge, and you got to go back 5 feet. All right, that is the one that I'm most worried about, just because I don't have the technique yet. But I'm sure these guns right here will be able to pull it off. Some pretty swole guys, man, in my class. Shout out to them swole guys, bro. I'll probably run circles around you, but we'll see. After that, you are completing that evolution. Hose pack stays where it is. You still got the weighted vest on you the whole time, by the way, and your time's counting down from 8 minutes. So my goal is to finish somewhere around, a 6-minute mark, right around there. So then you have the hose drag. So you're simulating a hose drag, a primed hose line through wet concrete. You pull it over your shoulder, and ours at North Collier is a sled. So it's a 4-wheeled sled, weighted, probably has some traction to create resistance, and then we pull it. So you pull, it's like I don't know if it's a football field or what it is, half a football field, 50 yards, I'm not sure. But after that, you drop it over there at the other side of the cones, and then you grab the handles and you pull in reverse to simulate a dummy drag, right? We don't have a dummy. I've seen several different videos where it's an actual dummy, some where it's hose packs shaped like a dummy. Ours is a sled. So we have that, and then after that, we're done with the PAT, the physical ability training. So that's pass or fail. That's to get in the class. You're not in until you pass that. Even if you already paid, this guy right here, me, even if you already paid, you still have to pass through that. Okay. Then you got the 90-foot ladder climb. That's not timed. That's to see if you're afraid of heights. After that, you have an underground maze. That's to see if you're claustrophobic. Whew, sorry. Been a long day. So those are the things that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to smoking my friends, trying to be as humble as I can while I'm saying that. Looking forward to smoking my friends. Looking forward to hanging out with y'all on that day, doing the practices with y'all. I know y'all are going to be listening to this, so feel free to roast me afterwards after you hear me roasting you. You know who you are. So yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. I'm super excited. Came home, told my wife right away. I was like, man, that was, oh God, just these yawns, man. Told her, I was like, man, I'm so excited, Marley. Like, this happened, this happened. And she was like, yeah, good. I'm happy for you. So a lot of different culture shocks, a lot of different things going on, but that's what we got looking forward to. All right. Some other things that have happened this week. My family, my side of the family is out in Europe for 17 days. So my younger brother, my mother, my stepfather, they're out in Spain. They're out in Spain, having the time of their lives, sending me pictures. It looks great. It looks like they are really enjoying themselves. So I still have not received my license for the EMT. Still waiting on the state of Florida to come back after they, review my background and review all the other things that they have to review. Oh man, might cut this one short tonight, boys. This is getting to me. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that one. Still waiting. Really hopeful. Haven't prayed yet, but probably should pray tonight. That the Lord just comes through and softens the hearts of the reviewers, those on the board who are reviewing I'm really hopeful. I've seen him open doors before that shouldn't have been open, especially when it comes to state licenses in my life. And I know that people believe in second chances, so I'm praying that he delivers through on his will, because I followed this path of firefighting simply because the Lord continued to provide sign after sign after sign that he was leading me in this way. So quick transition into that. How do I know things like that? I was working at my place of employment, and we handle a lot of chemicals and boxes, and one of these boxes had to do with the shirts that we were selling. So on the bottom of the box, man, I'm telling you guys, man, on the bottom of the box, all of these boxes had John 3:16 stamped on the bottom of that. Now that's really inconspicuous. Somebody might not even know what that means, but if you're Christian, Catholic, if you believe in Christ, then you have some semblance of what John 3:16 means. So, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that the world should not perish, but through belief in him, would have everlasting life, right? He didn't come to condemn the world, he came to save it. That's the Jesse paraphrase version. Pretty close though. And that's the beautiful thing, is that while I was looking at that box, don't tell my employer this, while I was looking at that box, I had my pen in my hand and I was kind of just writing down what I thought God was saying to me in the moment. I was probably really frustrated at something that had gone wrong that day. And I was like looking at it, and I just heard from the Lord, man. He was just like, go firefighting, go firefighting, go firefighting. And I just kept writing it down, go firefighting. It's on the box somewhere. We probably shipped it out somewhere, but go firefighting, go firefighting. And time and time again, God had provided a way for me to see that his will was being done in this environment, in this way. And I'm faithful. I want to be faithful. I want to continue to believe that I can be faithful. And so I want to act in faith when God provides the opportunities, both small and large. I know that he has shown up for me before. I can't explain it. If you guys care for me to explain it, I probably won't on this one. If I see in the comments that you guys want me to talk a little bit more about it, I will. But I can absolutely dive in a whole podcast by itself on how God has shown up in my life. But yeah, so I believe that no matter what I've done in my past, if God wants something for me, it will happen. So I believe the EMT license will come through, and I also believe that the firefighting license will come through, and so will the firefighting job. Why? Because God doesn't open a door he doesn't want you to walk through. He'll shut it. That's what I believe. So that's what we're looking forward to. I have a lot of things that are on my mind as of the present moment, as far as this podcast. As you can tell, we've invested some more money into it. We've invested in some better software. You guys are watching it record right there, running off the iPhone. So camera quality is great. Upgraded to a 17E, I think it is. So upgraded to a newer phone. Got my laptop going. Got the notes. Trying to stay uniformed. Trying to remember all the days that I would create sermons and outline them, and trying to give you guys like a solid outline for this podcast, so that it's something, so that it's organized, and that you guys have something comical and relieving and informative and inspiring and encouraging to listen to. I know that some of the podcasts that I respect the most are genuine and real and authentic and themselves. And you know, if you see me in this room that was decorated so beautifully by my wife, like, that's just what it is. This is us, 28, 23. This is the podcast studio. This is what we got. Trying to make everything match and color code so that my wife is like happy with it, and I'm here trying to be considerate, you know, on a Sunday night, and just trying to get after it. Like, always wanted to start a podcast. Never really knew what to talk about. even when I was in school, even when I was, pastoring and ministering. And now that this opportunity arises, all these things just happen to like collect themselves right in front of me. I don't think things happen for no reason. And I do believe that God knows exactly what's going to happen all the days of our lives. He tells us that all the days of our lives are numbered in the book of the Lamb. So that to me means that all of this was meant to happen. So I want to keep bringing you guys content. I want to keep continuing to bless you guys with the opportunity to listen to a recruit's journey through the fire service. I'll throw up a picture here of what the station looked like. I thought it was beautiful. There's a bunch of people there today, a bunch of guys I look forward to working with and look forward to studying with and grinding with and doing push-ups next to. And I was telling this to Abraham, my buddy who carpooled with me today. I was telling him, I was asking him what his strengths were as a leader. It was the first time we had ever had a long conversation, and we had an hour, So I was asking him what his strengths were as a leader. Sorry. And he was asking me what my strengths were back. And I said, we kind of coincided on these two things. I told him, I really care about pushing the people next to me above who I am. Like I want y'all to get the recognition, the respect. And that comes from a place of like, Jesus loves me. I could never do anything to lose his love for me. No matter if I cost him money, if I cost him time, if I cost him his life, like his fate, like I already cost him everything. He gave his life for me. There's no greater love than this. He who lays down his life for his brother. Like he loves me that much that I already cost him his life, and he willingly gave it so that through that payment, I would be able to then live this abundant life that I live, full of joy and love, not materials, but joy and love in abundance. So like knowing that, I'm sorry, but I don't care what a professor thinks, or I don't care what, in the most respectful way, I don't care what anyone thinks about my performance or about, yes, I strive to be excellent because I want to respect. But as far as like putting my worth and my value in these external beliefs or positions or things people may have, no, that's not how it works. So yeah, most of these guys and gals might be out for themselves. I don't know. That's not my prerogative to extrapolate that information from them. But I do want to believe that everyone is a leader in their own right, in their own way. And I want to push them to be leaders. I want to lead from the back. I want them to go ahead. Most of these kids are younger than me. I look older than most of these guys. Most of them look younger. That's the perfect way to bless the next generation. You being older, go bless somebody. So that's a tip for you if you're going into the fire service. If you're older, go bless the young kids. Go bless them. You have been afforded a longer life than they have. Go bless them with what you know and help them and let them help you. They're probably stronger than you. They're probably more fit than you. Let them help you in some way, shape, or form. You're probably a better student, probably smarter than them, wiser than for sure because of age. So help them. Help each other. That's the kind of message I'm trying to get across to you in this episode. Cohesion, right? You see me joke and, jab at my friends, but ask any one of them. Listen, any one of the guys and girls that I went to EMT school with, they made me class lieutenant, right? I tried really hard not to be in any kind of leadership. They had squad leaders, right? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. They had 4 squad leaders, 5 or 6 people in each group. Then they had the class lieutenant. That was the chain of command. And then after that was the director of the program, right? So when everybody went to go do squad leaders, I pushed them. I was like, hey guys, you do it. You should do it. You look like you could be a great leader. And they would look at me and be like, oh, really, me? And I'm like, yes, you, man. Yes, you. And they try to get me to do it. And I was like, no, you go do it. You're a leader. I believe in you and I see that in you. And then eventually no one wanted to be class lieutenant. And I was just like, man, no one's going to do it. I'll do it. And they were like, yes, yes, you are a natural leader. You should do it. And I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just letting you know, the listener. If you know me, and even if you don't, like, I'm here for you. That's why I made this podcast. That's why I'm sitting here in my room when I could be out there with my wife. Like, I'm here for you. Let this be a resource for you. Go be the leader that you were created to be. I know you have it in you. I can see it. And I'm thinking of the guys right now that I'm going to the academy with. I can see it in you guys. Now, you're probably not thinking this way. Like, man, why would I go help all those other people? It's all going to be competition. Listen, man, the job that's for you is for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's at one station or another, or one department or another, you're going to get the job you need, man. People are going to remember the way you treated them, not what you did, not how great you were, not how much you could beat your chest. No, people are going to remember how you treated them. People want to be around people who want to lead well, who want to care for people, listen to people, like lift them up, push them forward. That's what caring's all about, man. Be that person. If that person is in my class, I recognize them immediately. I'm like, wow, dude, you're a leader. And I tell my guys this. If you're listening to this and you're one of my guys from EMT class, you know I've told you several times, bro, you're a freaking leader. Don't ever let anybody take that from you. Guys, for real. I'll fall back to this every single time, 100 out of 100. Everyone wins when the leader gets better. You got it in you. More importantly, you have it in you. So go out there and go be a great leader. Okay? Guys, it's been so fun. I cut this one a little bit short, 27 minutes. Most of them I'm going to try to keep around 35 to 40. It's going to be the time, but it's late tonight. Got work. So just trying to keep it real, trying to keep it raw, trying to keep it honest. Thank you so much for watching the Fire Journal. I'll be documenting weekly, so make sure you subscribe. That's what helps me out the most if you subscribe on YouTube. Also subscribe, on YouTube. And we're on Spotify too. I'll be putting video both on YouTube and Spotify. I know I myself like to watch it on Spotify, all my favorite podcasts, but subscribe on YouTube. That really, really helps. That's what helps us out the most. All right. So if you found this helpful or entertaining in any way, share with your buddies, share with your girls, share with your friends, share with people you know who are going into the fire service or have been into the fire service. See if they can relate. Comment. I want to hear your guys' comments. I want to read them. I want to interact with you guys. And share with me what you think could work, what could be better, what I could improve on. You know, I don't care. You tell me anything. I'll humbly accept it, humbly take it. I just want to make it better for you guys, for the listener experience as well, because you guys are the ones listening to me. So, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, drop it down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to share, more than happy to expound on what you guys want. And let's do this together. We're a team. So this was week 3 of the Fire Journal. We out. And that's a wrap.